A ton of you said mission and service projects and ways to get involved in them. Repeatedly, we heard words like diversity and inclusiveness in all of its shapes and forms. This church needed to include and welcome everyone, or we weren't going to go. As you were swapping important factors in a church with each other, we noted that there was a positive buzz starting to form. There was an energy in the room. Could it be the Holy Spirit was at work? As we sat down, we asked you a tougher question as we looked at all we wanted to do in this new church. Were there areas that Bear Creek needed a sharper focus? Were there places that we fell short and needed to grow? Others, one person said, where are all the children? We love them, but we don't have very many. Others pointed to a lack of communication. Where do we access all what Bear Creek is doing? Could we improve how we told our story, both inside the church and outside the church? Could we use technology better? We need to grow, someone said. I'd love to see our worship service be full on Sunday morning. I'd love to see 20 children and jumping up to the children's message. Again, inclusion and diversity was a key. I'm going to go somewhere where everyone belongs. It was then that we turned your creative juices loose. We broke you up into groups, and each group was to come up with a compelling picture of what we wanted Bear Creek to become. Not one of you held back. You were fighting over the markers. There were fist fights over who got to draw first. Well, maybe not. But in the end, we did have some very compelling visions and pictures. A speedometer on a car was drawn. And insightfully, someone said that a good church isn't always going 160 miles an hour. Sometimes we have to slow down. Sometimes we have to look at the curves. Sometimes we need to slow down in order to get ahead. Many of you drew wide open doors to your church, symbolizing that here at Bear Creek, we wanted everyone to feel welcome. One of the youth groups drew an airplane pulling a huge banner behind it, inviting everyone to Bear Creek, signifying our need to get creative on how to get the message out that Bear Creek is a place where God's love is thriving. Smiling, diverse people of all ages, dressed in some crazy clothes, all smiling with arms wide open, ready to welcome folk in. Words became interesting. Words like inclusive, thriving, diverse, place of belonging, reaching out, service, mission, and more. In the end, we felt a good discussion had begun, and we encouraged all of you to keep on discussing, talking, talk about it over coffee, pray about it, ask God for big, bold ideas. We ended by brainstorming some of those big, bold ideas. A younger group talked a lot about coffee and how important coffee was to their culture, and a coffee kiosk serving good lattes on Sunday was really brought up. A well-developed welcoming process that taught, supported, and connected new folks to our Bear Creek community was discussed. Small groups and relationships were important to many, and it became apparent that we need to take a good look at how we do this and how we can creatively strengthen what we already do. It was clear by all that we were an outward-looking church. We love service projects and mission events. How can we get more people engaged in them? A young mother shared that she needs the church to help her so that sponsor service projects that she can do with her children. She wants to serve together with her children. We're a great church, and we're on our way.